Good morning, class 3. Children, today we shall continue with lesson number 7, that is file management, organization of folders. In the previous period, children, we were discussing about creating a folder. That means how we will create a folder. So we discussed that we can move our mouse pointer on the desktop and we can right click anywhere on the desktop, on the blank portion, and then a shortcut menu will appear there. In this picture you can see that new is there, and in this menu, when you will click on new, another menu will appear. In this, at the top you can see folder is given. The word folder is given, and when you will click on it, a new folder will be formed. So let's continue with this. I am on page number 72 now. Move the cursor on new option, a new submenu will appear. Click and select the folder option, a new folder appears. This way a new folder will appear, and this will be blue at that time, means you can give a new name. So step 4 and the last step is type and give a name to the new folder. Now the folder is ready to store files in it. Now you can store files in this folder. So this way you can make a folder which is just like a bag. Okay, so in a bag, just like you can keep copies, similarly you can keep files in the folder, or you can keep another small bag in that, so you can create another folder in these folders. Fine. Now creating a new file. Files may be created in most of the programs in Windows. Means whatever you will do in Windows, in most of the program, except some applications like games, etc., in them you cannot make a file. Otherwise, in most of the applications you will create a file. When you save your completed task in any program, whether it is a spreadsheet program or a drawing program or a presentation program, you are saving it for the future use. At that time you are making a file. So when you save your completed task in any program and assign it a name, a file is created. Okay. Now opening a file or folder. To open a file or folder, move the mouse pointer on the desired file and folder and double click on it. It opens the file or the folder. Means if you want to open any file, you simply have to search for it, click on it or double click on it. So it will opened. Saving a file in the specified path means since we need to store lot of things in our computer system, whether we are doing it in our personal space or in professional space, means in offices, shops, malls, etc. We need to store many things. That is why it is crucial that you remember where you are storing what. So for that you need to keep it, you should know the path in which you will take to store the things. Like for example, so you must be having in fact many pairs of clothings. Okay, so when you want to when you sort them out, you keep them in a proper place, whether you keep them in your cupboard or your mama's cupboard or in the trunk or under the bed, inside the bed. But when you have to use it later, you need to remember where you kept it when you were keeping it. Okay, so it is very essential that if you want to use the file later on, you remember where you have stored it. So this topic is very important because of the same reason. A program saves file to the destination of your choice. By default, the Microsoft Office program save a file in a default working folder or may use the last used location as the starting place to save the file. Okay, so you may have your own specific location, or it can be stored in a working folder. To save the copy in a different location, click a different folder in the folder list. Means when you want to save the copy, different copy, you can do it in a different folder on a different path. Fine, or you can give it a different name also. Step 1. Click the Microsoft Office button and then click Save or Ctrl+S. If you don't see the Microsoft Office button, click Save on the File menu. Means you can choose either of these options. Then step 2, if you are saving the file for the first time, you are asked to give it a name. Whenever in any application, when you are saving the file for the first time, you need to give the name to it. Okay, so please specify the name and then click on the save option and the file will be saved. Now, rename a file or folder. Renaming means changing the name of an existing file or folder. To rename, follow the given steps. Children, renaming we can do for various reasons. It can be for many reasons. Maybe the file of the same name is there, or maybe you want to send it to someone, so you want to give it a more formal name, or you want to give something special to the file name so that you can instantly recognize it. So renaming can be done for various reasons. Renaming means changing the name of an existing file or folder. To rename, follow the given steps. Step 1, select the file or folder required to be renamed, and step 2, right click the mouse button and select the rename option. When you will select the file or the folder and when you will right click on it, you will find this menu there, and here at the bottom second last word is rename. So when you will click on it, you can give the new name there. Type the new name of the file or the folder, click on the blank space outside the name box, and renaming is done. Okay, so it is a very easy process, just like when you gave the name to the file or the folder. Similarly, same blue thing will appear, it will be highlighted in blue color, and then you can rename it. Now practice time. You can try this work if you have system at your home, and even if you don't have system at home, please pay attention to all the steps and procedures, and I will send you a practical video related to this topic. Okay, so at that time it will be more clear to you. But those who have system, under the guidance of your parents, you can try this work. Okay, you will find it interesting, and it is the basic thing, so it is quite important also, because this thing you will be doing whenever you will use computer, even like after 10 years, 20 years, even then you will be doing all these things. So please read it again and get if there is any confusion or if there is any problem, you can ask me. Okay, thank you, take care, bye bye.